Hello, everybody, and welcome to YouTube Live. The future of work is here, how AI is changing the way we do business. Today, we're going to talk about Claude, practical use cases for Claude. There have been so many different updates recently to Claude with the biggest one is the skills. So we're gonna get into that a little bit, a little foreshadowing. Get into the skills, but just in general, like how we're using Claude for the best, for practical use case. ChatGPT gets a lot of clout, and I will say it's warranted. I am a ChatGPT. That is my primary. However, Claude is very, very, very powerful, and there are some powerful things that it can do that I want to make sure that you guys know about. But why should you listen to me? Dr. Jeff Bullock, founder and CEO for PRISM AI Consultants. I've been helping entrepreneurs, high achievers, lifelong learners, educators, Fortune 10 companies, etc. Use existing AI tools for practical use case for the past 2.5 years, training hundreds of people to where they are generating revenue, saving time at least 50 hours per month, and making their life easier with streamlined processes in place. Um, and PRISM stands for positivity, resilience, innovation, service, and mastery. So without uh let's keep going. Let's keep this party trucking. And we have Claude. All right, so like I said, today we're going to talk about Claude. ChatGPT gets a lot of hype, but Claude is powerful as well. So I want to make sure that you guys know how to use it. What are some of the best um, tips and tricks regarding Claude? All right, so the first thing that we're going to do from a Claude standpoint is let's talk about when you go into your settings. First things first is you have your custom instructions or your system instructions you can put in here. So for me, I'm Jeff Bullock, calls me Jeff. You can talk about your work, like what you do, and then what preferences you want or should Claude consider in the responses. So this is where you can kind of put in different instructions. I don't have a lot of instructions in mind here, but I do have a lot for ChatGPT custom instructions, which are in a similar place. So if I go to my custom instructions in ChatGPT, and I'm going to grab those and place those in Claude. So I copied and pasted, but I'm also going to go back to Claude, or go back to ChatGPT, sorry, because there's two spots. I have the spot where we're giving it what it does and the different experts it needs, and then more about me. So I'm going to paste that into. So this is what personal preference is, and I'm saying what Claude has, and it should avoid using M dashes and what Prism is and everything there. So now we're going to save those changes. So now the account preferences are updated to who I am and what I do and what Claude is supposed to do. So then we have notifications, color mode, whatnot. All right, so that's general. The big thing here is your custom instructions or your system instructions. So that's the first thing with Claude. Next, usage. All right, so with Claude, it is different than ChatGPT usage. The usage with ChatGPT is you get to use it a lot more than you can use Claude. So, like for instance, like my usage limits resets weekly on Wednesday. So so I haven't really used. I've used 21% of my usage that I have allotted on the $20 plan. But my current session, I haven't used any, so I have quite a bit to go for. Well, I say quite a bit, but it's not actually that much. But I can use it for a little bit before it stops, because they will cut you off per session. Like you can use so many messages per 4 hours, and then they cut you off weekly. You can use so much per week, and then you have specific just for Opus. So that's the only model that does it like this. ChatGPT is much more lenient with the usage, but Claude is powerful. Okay, and then we have our capabilities here on what you can do. All of the different types of things that specialties that Claude has, artifacts, um, and it says AI powered artifacts, code execution, memory. So Claude has a ref. If you toggle this on, Claude is going to be able to see your memories, and then skills. We're going to talk about skills in a little bit, but I want to go first. I want to go back to generally with Claude, and I want to go over some of the other pieces. So we have Sonnet 3.7, the from a model standpoint, Sonnet 4, Opus 4. So 4.5 is the latest and greatest. But when you click on the plus sign, you have upload file. Let's close that stuff. You have upload file, take a screenshot, add from GitHub, or then you have connectors. So I have my Drive connected. I have my Figma connected, and I had Canva connected as well. Yeah, so I have different things connected there to where you can add certain documents based off of what things you have connected, or you can use a project. We're not going to get into projects too much here, but a project is similar to ChatGPT. Projects actually came out in Claude first before they did in ChatGPT, but it allows you to house information, um, personas, and organize your chats all in one spot. That's what projects is all about. If you click on this part right here, these lines over each other, you have a style. So you can actually change the style that you want Claude to speak in: normal style, learning style, concise style, explanatory style, formal style, or you can create style. So this is best practical use case for it is if you have different clients that have different styles or preferences that you're working with, you can change it there. Different audiences, you can change it here. Like if you depending on what the preferred method of communication for that audience is, you can change that there. And then you can also create special styles, custom styles if you want. And this is all going to deal with the tone and how it acts with creating the text. All right, so that's the style. Now you can actually have extended thinking or research. So research is deep research, and the deep research for Claude works similar to the deep research with ChatGPT and Gemini. It allows it to work on its own for extended amount of time. So you give it the goals, and it will work to accomplish those goals and create its own sub goals, scour the web, synthesize information. It's really, really powerful. The things they can do with the research, but uses a lot of compute. So just know as you use that, it's going to affect your usage limits for the session, week, and month, or week, session, day, and week. Extended thinking is thinking, but not as much as the deep research. So the deep research is going to think, let's say, for 15 minutes, extended thinking may do 5. Web search means they can go on the web. For the longest, Claude could not go on the web. The reason why it was that way was because they were trying to be safe. But now, Claude has capabilities of where it can go on the web, and it does a very good job. You can hook your Drive up to it. I have my Google Drive hooked up. I have my Gmail hooked up. I have my calendar hooked up, Canva, and Figma. And then we're going to show you how I use that, because it's really like having all those powers combined, Captain Planet. You can create an assistant for yourself. So if you want to know how to connect other connectors, you click on your name, go to settings, go to connectors, and then you see the different connectors that you have. These are the ones I have: Google Drive, Gmail, Google Calendar, Canva, and Figma. But you go and browse connectors, and there's a lot more connectors that you can connect to it. And PubMed is a big one. So biomedical literature. But all of these are depending on what you do. Zoom Info, Zapier, uh, powerful connections that you can do. And then if you don't see one here, you can actually make one up yourself um, through MCP. So you can make a custom connector. Okay, so now I'm going to show like some of the like most common use cases for myself. The number one thing I'm using Claude for is helping me with my emails, what I need to do, how I respond, and strategy. So I always coach my people to talk, coach clients to talk to your AI, don't type. So I'm actually using an app called Whisperflow. However, you can use the built-in dictation in your computer or Claude, but I want to use Whisperflow. Hey, what's going on, Claude? This is Dr. Jeff. Could you please go through my email and let me know what well, not just my email. Go through my the rest of the day. It's 2:11 right now. I want you to go through my email and my calendar and let me know what I have for the rest of the day and what is pressing from an email standpoint that I need to respond to. Thank you very much. All right. What's up, Dr. Jeff? Let me dig into your email, see what's on your plate for the rest of the day. So now it's reading, and it's going to. So it looked at my email, looked at my profile, looked at the calendar events, and looks like the for the rest of the day um hmm, I actually don't think that's right, so we're going to check it again. Go through my calendar again and make sure that you got everything. Today is the 23rd. Do you not see anything else? So went through the emails, saw some different responses that I need to do, going through all of the calendar. So it did not previously oops oops, let's go back. Yeah, it did not previously pick up the stuff, but just asked it to go through it again and see. Now I can tell in here 0 results with the search calendar events, so I can see that there was something missed on the API. And even with these ones, the thread, it got 5 results here, but then the results there, it didn't get anything. So that's why I had to ask that other question, like, hey, could you look through it again? And then now it's got the things I'm doing. So the YouTube live now, which what I'm doing, time with Layla, and then BNI chapter launch meeting. So if I say, okay, thank you for that. If I'm preparing for my events for tomorrow, could you please let me know what my first event is, or my first either coaching event or my first discovery call is tomorrow. Thank you. Great. So now that's my first coaching event, and then I have some other meetings. So now it's asking to prep. Thank you so much. I would love for you to go through the drive for client sessions, and you can let me know how the best prep for Paula's meeting. All right. So now it says maximum length for this conversation. So what I'm going to do is I just copied everything. I'm going to go into a new chat and I'm going to say, this chat ran out of time. Could you please um, pick up where I left off and help me with the meeting prep for Paula for tomorrow? And actually, I have a helpful assistant, AI assistant that has all of their sessions that I've had with her. So if there's a prompt that you want to give me, and then I can get the information from all of the different sessions and bring it back to you, go ahead and give me that prompt. Okay, so I threw a curveball in there because what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use another tool as well, um, called Notebook LM. So a lot of you guys may be familiar with it. Some of you may not be, but I'm going to pull up Notebook LM for every one of my clients that I have. I have each one in a notebook, and I'm going to share Notebook LM. 1 second. I will pull up. Okay, so I have the notebooks of all of the sessions that I had with this particular client. So I'm going to take the the questions that Claude just gave. I'm going to paste that in the Notebook LM because each one of these are the sessions that I've had. So we've had 7 sessions and a couple of discovery calls. Starting from June and now it's October. So now that was a long time ago, right? So we want to make sure I have everything. And I'm going to, once I have this information now, I'm going to copy it, bring it back to Claude, because Claude is easier for Notebook LM since it's already sitting right here to be able to handle it, process it. I throw it back into Claude, so now I can prepare it even better for the meeting. Now, you could say, well, Jeff, couldn't you just have come straight here in the beginning to prepare? Yep, I could have, but that notebook doesn't have emails and doesn't have it's not able to look through the emails, not able to look through the calendar. So that's why this is the assistant, but you got to also know what your other tools are. So coming back to Claude now. All right, here is the answers to your questions. Please help me with the prep. And then if there's any emails that you need to look through to make sure that I've responded to everything that they've asked, please do that as well. You know what I did not do? I did not give. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. So I didn't. I didn't paste the previous chat that I pulled in into this one. So what I'll do is go back to that thread, copy all that, and then put it back in here. Say I forgot to paste in what we worked on from the last thread, if it's relevant. So now I'll put that in too. And it's asked some more questions. And I'll go back and forth between this and the and the Notebook LM to answer any questions that I might have. But this is a much more efficient way to prepare for clients and be able to help them out. So that's one way I'm using Claude. All right. So the other way I'm using Claude is the new way is they came out with skills. So oops, share the screen. Okay. So what skills are? Let's actually go to ask Claude. Hey, Claude, what's this new features that you have called skills, and how would that be relevant to my client audience? Well, how would it be relevant to my to my target audience. Skills is a powerful new capability that lets users extend my functionality with specialized knowledge, workflows, and structures tailored to specific needs. Think of it like giving me a custom playbook for recurring tasks or domain specific work. Here's what makes my skills valuable. What skills actually do: store specialized instructions, then follow when working on certain types of tasks, include domain expertise, get automatically applied when relevant to what you're working on, live in a folder structure I can access, and why clients should care. For business leveraging AI, skills are a critical problem. Consistency and customization at scale. Clients likely struggle with repetitive prompting, knowledge transfer, and quality control. All of those are really, really, really important. Direct volume for Prism. Consulting practice can create custom skills for clients that can. So these are kind of things I can do for clients, and basically reusable AI infrastructure for clients. All right. So if we look at so I actually created this skill yesterday. So if we go to capabilities and then skills preview, what you have to do first is make sure that the skills section is turned on. There was like a toggle button. If I was to turn that on, it would turn everything off. But if this is off, then it allows this to be turned on. The analysis tool and the skills cannot be at the same time. I make one called Dr. Jeff newsletter. So I do two newsletters. One is the tips and trick every Tuesday, and then one is the updates in AI every Friday. So with this skill, now I'll be able to do the newsletter a lot easier. These are the skills that team at Claude created by itself. So Canvas. So like for instance, let's say Canvas design. And yeah, brand guidelines, newsletter. So we're going to go back to new chat and I'm going to say, okay, so if I want to do a Canvas design skill, what do you need from me to do that? Thank you. And what does that skill do? So create professional visual designs as PNG or PDF files using design principles. So poster design piece. So I would say, okay, it knows about me. Okay, so go ahead and make me something using that skill based off what you know about me. And I'm trying to help my clients. I'll create a design for you using Canvas design skill based on what I know about Prism and your approach. I'm going to create something that will resonate with your clients, business owners who need to understand AI's value without the fluff. Let me pull up the skill first and create something practical. So it's done that, viewing the skill directory, read the skills. Now it's going to create something powerful for clients. I'm going to design a visual piece that cuts through AI noise and speaks to business owners who need results, not hype. And design philosophy markdown. So the first part was the design philosophy, and this part now is the visual piece based on Prism's mission to bridge AI capabilities with client needs. I'm creating something that captures the transformation from confusion to clarity, from potential to results. Awesome. So while this is doing this, I'm gonna show you the other thing I use Claude for a lot. So I'm gonna let this do its thing. Ooh. Okay, well, so you didn't let me do it. All right, I'm gonna switch from Sonnet to Haiku 4.5. And I use Claude a lot for MVPs like games. I do a lot of games for clients and for Prism, and sometimes just because I'm bored. So interactive games, lead magnets, and Haiku 4.5 has proven that it is very good, very fast. So, hey, could you do me a favor and create a super fun game? I want you to do it in one shot, meaning that you should be able to do it with just one prompt. And I want it to be something that's really fun. Um, this is Dr. Jeff, so I want it to be something that is relevant to helping people reach their potential using AI tools, existing AI tools. So now I'll create an interactive AI mastery game for you right now. This is a single artifact game that's fully playable. So the thing about Haiku 4.5 is it's very fast and it's cheap. So it's going to take less compute, so I'll be able to get more bang for my buck with using Haiku 4.5 than if I was using Sonnet 4.5 or especially Opus. Now, Opus is a big deal. You use that and you're able to get some elaborate things one shot it. Um, but Haiku 4.5 does a trick for a lot of things too. So now this is finished. So HTML. Start your quest. Challenge one. Content creation crisis. You need 50 unique blog posts, ideas in industry. What's your go-to AI tool? Claude. Why? The best answer ChatGPT excels at creative ideation in bulk. Okay. I guess probably I would say that because of Claude is going to run out of time beforehand. 200-page document with complex data patterns you need to analyze, summarize. Oh, that is going to be Claude. Yeah, for sure. Claude is the best with that. Visual brand identity. Client needs 10 unique product mock-up images, different styles in a portfolio. What do you use? I guess Midjourney. Yep. Now, I would actually have this go online to find out some other things too. Or maybe I would create a deep research to come up with it because some of this stuff, like Dolly, nobody's using Dolly anymore. Um, Python app integrates multiple APIs. Which assistant would be best? Probably GitHub Copilot. It was Claude. Okay, I'm not doing the best at this, but still fun game overall. Let's go check on our canvas design skill. So from potential to profit, your business generates data every day. AI transforms data into strategic decisions. Decisions become deliberate actions. Actions produce measurable ROI. PRISM AI Consultants, intelligence meets implementation. From potential to profit. So it's like a PDF based off of uh, the custom instructions. Really, I gave it because I didn't really give it anything else. So that was that particular skill. I have a newsletter skill too. So if I say, okay, can you please do my newsletter? It's going to take the things from there and help create the newsletter. It's not going to create the whole thing. I mean, it'll do it, but you still have to iterate and go back and forth with to make sure it's like your own. But it definitely is a lot faster than the previous method of collecting everything piece by piece. Now, how do you create your own skill? Well, it's very simple. You just say, Claude, can you help me create my own skill? And then you tell it what you like, what type of skill that you want. And then when you do that, you go into your settings, you click on those options I talked to you about. So settings, capabilities, make sure that analysis tool is not checked, make sure that skill creator is checked, and then it should take it from there. Now, when I created my newsletter one, there was some hiccups. So the two things that I will say you gotta watch out for is it needs to be in the right formatting and it needs to be in a zip file. So I had to end up going on YouTube and grabbing the transcript for a tutorial threw that into Claude, and then I also grabbed Claude's own um, website page on the skills, put that in there, and it was able to figure out the problem and fix it. Um, so yeah, so um, that is the skills uh, overview and kind of quick tutorial on how to use skills and like why you would use it. And that's our time for today. So I do appreciate y'all. Once again, I am Dr. Jeff Bullock, founder and CEO of PRISM AI Consultants. So if you are looking to use these tools for practical use case, number one, generating revenue. Number two, saving time. Number three, making your life easier. Then, join our free community on school.com because we're talking about that all the time. Or book a consultation one-to-one at no charge, and we can find out what your needs are and help you on your way. The world is not changing; it has changed. So make sure that you are learning how to use this tool so that you can be a part of that change. Um, Thank you. I appreciate your time, and remember, make sure that you are nice to yourself. Have a great day.